And the minimum they want. And then take it to the max. Who wants to start?
Dancing with the Stars hits different this year.
Does it?
Edition.
Last year was good too, though. Last year was fire. We didn't have a podcast last year.
Well, what we were saying, actually, we were talking about
we couldn't talk about it.
We were at a friend's birthday party, and we were talking to one of the girls there about Dancing with the Stars and how last year was so special because we watched The Bachelor with Joey on it, and then he was on Dancing with the Stars.
It was also the first Bachelor season that we have ever watched.
Yes.
So it was iconic.
It was a big deal. And then he won.
It was a big deal.
So that was cool.
I know. That was cool.
We liked that season. And Alona, obviously.
We just Joey and Kelsey fans.
We just got back from our friend's birthday brunch.
And we're all done up, and we thought, you know what?
Yeah, and it's a snowy, cozy day in November in Toronto here. It was kind of crazy. Yeah. But it's kind of a cute vibe. I'm kind of loving it. I'm also kind of loving the Christmas vibe. I've been seeing a lot of like Christmas, like people have already had their Christmas decorations up.
Do they have a Christmas episode Dancing with Stars? I think they do.
They do a Christmas one? I don't remember that.
I feel like it ends before then. No?
Really?
Yeah, I actually think it ends before.
The Halloween episode was awesome.
I love the Halloween episodes.
Yeah. Well. We were on the train thinking about this topic.
Subway.
The subway, and we were like, how do we make Dancing with the Stars relevant to your 20s?
Because we just want to talk about it. There's some fun people
but I do think there is relevance. I think, the top contenders in our minds are both in their 20s.
So Alex Earl, I'll tell you who I'm rooting for. This might be controversial. Alex Earl, Robert Irwin.
Those are our faves kind of right now.
And Jordan.
I love Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra and Jordan.
We always say if we were ever, which would never happen.
If we were contestants.
If I ever, which again would never happen, but if I ever got asked to be on Dancing with the Stars, I would only say yes if Ezra would be my partner.
I would love to be Ezra's partner.
I just love him. I think he's an absolute snuggle puff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the vibes would be top tier.
The vibes would be top tier. They would be.
I feel like we'd kill it.
Yeah,
together.
They would.
Yeah. Last year, Ezra's partner, I'm forgetting her name now. Anna Delphi?
Oh, Anna Delphi, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that whole thing was
I loved the
very
TikToks
funny.
they made together.
Yeah, they had a great sense of humor about it.
But Alex this year, I feel like, is actually really good. And does she have previous dance experience?
I don't know, but it seems like she might.
Because
we have previous dance experience. I don't know if we've talked about that.
Yeah, we danced for
competitive
10
dance.
years.
We actually worked on shows professionally.
Yeah. Elle and I were aliens, though. I think we've talked about that.
But you were on The Next Step. So was I. And then I was
aliens.
Backstage where I was dancing and acting. But we did a lot of work just dancing.
Yeah, but Elle and I's roles on The Next Step were kind of embarrassing because we were really young and it
was like a twin thing.
It was like a twin thing, and we were just a bunch of freaks. Honestly, we had a whole twin group, and
everyone was fun though. Watching them dance,
it's almost
makes me want to dance again. I haven't danced in 10 years.
Yeah,
but watching them whip out those moves, and I'm not by any stretch a ballroom dancer. That is not.
We were not trained in ballroom,
but whatever they do, a contemporary dance. Sometimes they do the freestyle contemporary.
Well, we were trained a lot in ballet.
We were trained in ballet and contemporary,
so
when I see them doing contemporary dance, my the contemporary in me, I'm like, oh,
it's almost like a hockey player, someone who's played hockey, watching hockey. It's you have a deeper appreciation for it.
Yeah, they do a really good job.
They do a great job.
I also to learn that choreography in a week. That is hard.
I know. Reminds me of my convention days when we used to learn choreography literally
20 minutes. I was gonna say
I have nightmare. I actually have lived multiple nightmares from in real life. I lived them.
It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare because they teach
conventions
you,
are a nightmare.
To me, and I'm also someone that I needed once we would practice dances for competitions and I would be able to remember 16 of them.
I know.
Because we practiced them all the time and I never forgot them on stage.
But then you learn it.
But you learn one, they teach you what would it be a minute?
Yeah, I guess
of dancing.
I feel less.
And then you have to perform it right away. I just was not the kind of person that
you
just
guys did
not...
a good job. There's only
no,
each of us have had our own
there was a
where we
choreographer, but there was a choreographer.
That was pretty good.
But there was a choreographer at one of the conventions that did a number for
our studio.
So he knew us. So he taught a class and then had us perform on the stage with him.
This is when we were 12.
We were 12.
Yeah. We were so young. I forget how young we were when we did it.
Yeah, but he called us up on stage, and I did not know anything. I stood there, and thankfully he was facing the rest of the room. But I just stood there and looked at him.
We both did.
And then I finished it off, and I was
That was so fun.
I remember.
Like, I didn't know any. I didn't.
It's
do
funny
any of
though.
it.
I keep saying this, like
Nightmare.
watching Dancing with the Stars, or like honestly, like any dancing stuff. And like I was saying like recently, like I never really thought about before, but in my 20s, it's like I have this like moment of like, oh, that's a skill that I still have in me, even though I haven't danced since I was 12. I danced for so long that like it's still in me.
And we didn't like the competitive dance that we did was like we trained a lot.
Yeah. So like that doesn't just leave your body.
No,
like we did a
it's
lot
still
of it.
like I can still do like the
I'm
Russian ballet
definitely
hand.
not as crisp, and I would not be as like
we can't
polished
claim
as
that,
I was, and I
but-
cannot claim I'd be like that.
But if we
great.
were like, if we had to,
But I can
if we
still
had
do
to do it, we would be able to do it.
yeah, we can.
If
still
I
do
had
it.
to.
But another like,
But
this,
I was sorry, I was gonna
ahead,
say
yeah.
like our one of our friends, Alex Shaves, who's on the podcast.
yes,
She posted because she still dances a lot.
Yeah.
And she
They're
posted
going on tour.
They're going on tour with the Next Step.
Yeah.
And she dances a lot, and she was like posted the other day that she
I just want to see your face.
oh, okay.
was
She
editing it
posted
the
the
other
day
day.
that like she did this like split
it's a hard jump. Yeah.
And she was like, I could never do this when I was younger, and I could do it now.
Yeah.
And seeing that, I was like, you're making me want to just go to a dance studio and try this.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I've had the urge to dance recently, and I haven't had that in a while.
I
I don't know
know
if it's like it's funny, like I don't know, being in your 20s and like looking back at things you did when you're younger, like I feel like even people who like played soccer all growing up or like it's something like that, it's like this skill that you have
It like never
that
leaves
you can't really use,
Yeah.
but you have it,
Yeah.
so it feels weird.
Speaking
like,
of jumps,
you're aware
though,
of it these days.
Speaking of jumps, though, I was never very good at the jumps. I was very heavy-footed, I feel like, as a dancer. Like I
very, like-
and
Her
even
vertical
to
jump
this
is awful.
to this day, like I cannot jump higher than like that much.
Yeah, we did a vertical jump test in high school, and she was awful.
I was
Like,
awful. My
she,
friends would
like,
make fun of
literally
me
just,
because
like,
I would even try like running into it and then like jumping and hitting the
Yeah.
wall. I would not get more than like 2 feet. Not even 2 feet.
I don't know why
like
too
that, whatever that
recently.
is.
Last year I went through like a phase where I would just rewatch all of our old dances. Oh,
Hello?
Maverick's coming over.
Hello.
It's funny
Hello.
rewatching.
We just came home, so he's feeling a little clingy because
It's
we haven't been
funny
home for a few hours.
rewatching those dances when we did that because at the time, like I was so hard on myself, and that's something I've actually gotten better with. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm very far from perfect. I'm just very hard on myself.
She's so far from perfect, and she's trying so hard to be perfect because she's a perfectionist.
But I've gotten a lot better. But like looking back at those routines, I was like, wow, like I was really good. I did a really good job.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
was doing
know.
that too.
You did.
There's a few of my dances that are on YouTube, like my solos from when I was like 10 and 11.
Math.
Wow.
And I sometimes will rewatch them. But we also have like all of our old CDs
Yeah.
and stuff too. And sometimes I'll whip them out. And I feel like now that like when at the time, like you were saying, like I never was like, oh, I'm good. I would just like always be striving to be better. Because also at dance, like the nature of it.
Math.
Maverick is being an asshole.
He
right
wants
now.
attention. He's
But
trying to
also the
disrupt
nature of dance is that
filming.
like you're never supposed to like be like, oh, I'm so good. You know what I mean? Like
It also
like
was an
anything.
environment where it never felt like it was ever good enough. Like,
Exactly.
you never were made to feel like you were good, which is so
Yeah. So
weird,
it's funny
but-
because like I look back at it now, and also like I'm less in touch with what's going on in the dance space too. So it's
Yeah.
like I actually don't know what's cool and what's
It's
not
kind of
anymore.
nice though because
but-
it can be very judgmental world and
Yes.
environment,
Yes.
and
But-
stepping away from it is nice because you actually see it.
You gain perspective.
Clearly.
I also
Yeah,
can like
like, you're
appreciate it now, and like I'll see some of like my friends that still dancing. I'm like, oh my god, they're so amazing. And then like I'll look at old videos of like myself and be like, oh, like I did such a good job, you know, like whereas at the time you don't
You
really
don't
think that because you're
appreciate
like, oh, my
it.
toe wasn't pointed there. I had a sickle there. Or like
I'm
if
sure
anyone's a
if
dancer,
anyone-
you understand those
or, like-
phrases. But
you were an
now I
athlete.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
But now I can watch back and be like, wow.
But I feel like
did a
that's
good
such.
job.
But I feel like that's such a thing, like in this time of life when you look back on something you did when you were younger,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my god, I did that. Like I think even people who play sports and stuff, like
They probably look
think
back
so
and they're like,
too.
wow,
for
like,
sure
I
I did that, and you have so much
Gives you
time when you're a
perspective.
kid to like
Yeah.
try things and like
Yeah.
gain skills, and you're so young. Then I feel like when you do those things when you're young, it like sticks with you because it was like during your formative years.
But I think you should normalize, like, I think that's one of the things that I actually struggled with in my 20s was that, and I don't know, like, I'm sure people can relate, if you did something at a very high level at a young age and then you stopped doing it, the transition, like I've heard this from athletes, you know, if you were an athlete when you were young, whatever sport you did, and then, maybe you got injured or you weren't able to keep doing it, and that transition of your identity is really hard.
Yeah.
Like I had a really hard time when we stopped dance because it was my identity. I was so proud of myself that I was like so
I
confident
almost
and good
just
at
said
it.
something that I shouldn't have said.
And I fully went into like, I literally went into a depression. I went into like, I had an eating disorder. I had an eating disorder during, but like after it got really bad.
We have many times also talked about this. Sorry, by the way, we're listening, but Maverick is currently, I think he wants attention because he's like grabbing
being
things
really
and
bad
kind of
right
being,
now.
like, we call it a puppy relapse.
Yeah.
He's being really bad
Maverick,
right
don't
now.
eat
He just
that,
wants
please.
attention.
But I was gonna say to your point, I was gonna say we have to remind Maddie a lot to not romanticize what it was like at dance, because I think like the reason that my parents and all of us left is because it wasn't good for your health or your mental health.
Yeah.
So I think it's also important to like look back on those things and
I,
kind of
like-
not like, you know, paint them in this like shiny, pretty light, you know, like
spoken-
remember the reasons that
I've spoken to friends
on.
who are also grew up in the competitive dance world, and like all of them had eating disorders and all of them had negative experiences. Like I almost akin it to like a toxic first boyfriend or a toxic first love, where it's like this all-consuming love that you experience for it, and there's parts of it that are like super euphoric and amazing, and then there's also parts that were awful and terrible and like not cool.
This goes back to our personalities as well, because for Maddie that was the experience, whereas for Ava and I it was very social.
It was very
like
which is
that
like
was
our personality.
Yeah, which is exactly.
I'm
our
not gonna lie,
personalities.
like
for Ava and I, it was like for me,
was-
like what I remember is like the social aspect.
Yeah, and it was like
and
just,
like the competition.
I
enjoyed
wasn't-
as well,
yeah,
but
and I enjoyed like
I was like my favorite part was like after a dance and we'd go in the audience as like a team and like I'd be able to cheer on the rest of the squad.
Like I loved performing on stage, and I liked growing my
performing. That
skill
was
set
fun.
and like
I liked
the
performing as
opportunities
well.
it
Made me pee my
generated
pants,
and all that kind of stuff. I think tying this
scary.
back into the 20s, actually, one of the things I wanted to say was that Dancing with the Stars
by the
makes
way.
us reflect.
sorry.
Dancing with the Stars
I peed
has
my
made,
pants. Before I'd go on stage, I'd pee my pants.
Oh
Elle
my
would.
God.
I was so nervous.
She would. I had this moment today because
I was 12, okay?
somebody walked in on Elle in the bathroom the other day, and I was like, I realized that if we went back out into the restaurant, they wouldn't know. Like they could think that it was me they walked in on.
We weren't even in a
like,
restaurant.
There's no
That was
like if
at
you
my
do
cousin's
something
house.
mildly embarrassing. I know, but if you do something mildly embarrassing, and I'd probably do more embarrassing things than you do, honestly, but if one of us does something mildly embarrassing, you can't pin it on someone else because we look the same, so they won't be able to tell the difference. I had that realization
That's
yesterday.
why she keeps saying Elle Peter Pants. So that
Just so you
everyone
know that
knows
I
it's-
didn't.
It's me. That's great. Okay, sorry.
No,
continue.
I just think like watching Dancing with the Stars makes us reminisce and takes us back to our dance days, and I think
I know.
one of the things that
Robert is a natural.
He
Can I
is
just
a
say?
natural. He's doing so good.
Doing so good. So
Yeah.
is
And
Alex.
I feel like just
He
his
is, yeah.
backstory just really makes me root for him.
yeah, for sure.
I'm
And
curious
like,
how Jordan's finding it as a gymnast.
Yeah, because I feel like
because
that girl can
gymnast
flip,
and dance
like-
is not the same category
no,
at all.
it's not. It's
But
very
it's
different.
there's
got a lot of
some
there's
skills that
overlap.
overlap.
Similarities.
There's definite overlap. Yeah. I think like something that I've struggled with in my 20s and that I continue to struggle with is, my
This
dance.
This is
is
what
the
Maverick's
piece of
been
leather
playing
that
with.
Maverick's been chewing and playing with.
Yeah.
He likes to rip. We have old chairs that
He's
he likes to
watching us
rip.
like, what are you talking about?
And then he'll like fling it from his mouth.
Yeah, Mav, we're taking it away.
And
from
most
you.
of the time he doesn't eat it, and then sometimes he'll shock us and just swallow it and then throw it up later. So he's a really
Love it.
fun guy to have around. I do love him with my whole heart, though. So sorry, Maddie. Continue.
Sorry, back to my monologue. Yeah, I just think I struggle
Women,
with
we
that.
have hearts, and
We
that's
have
every time I
souls,
hear
and we just-
monologue.
and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Every time we
no,
quote
and it's
that,
I'm so sick of it.
I'm so
we
sick of
quote
it.
You can't get
that-
it right.
we
You don't
quote-
get it right because you're
We
tone
have
deaf.
hearts and we have minds is what. Oh my god.
Maverick is ripping more leather
He's
off
being
of the
really
chair.
bad. Okay.
But I was
sorry,
gonna
like,
say
yeah,
is
go
that
ahead.
every time we talk about monologues, we always bring up the Little Women monologue of Saoirse Ronan. It is highly quoted in this
Beautiful
house.
monologue.
I just think
And
she
she
did
goes,
such a
for
good-
me, what's stuck in my brain is when she goes, and I'm so sick of it.
Because
So
she says,
good,
as
Elle.
women, we have
Don't you
hearts
think
and
I
we have
kinda ate
souls
with
and we
that?
have, she
Yeah,
just
it's
goes
okay.
on.
Sorry,
Anyway,
continue. I keep interrupting.
it's okay.
Continue.
Listen.
so
it's nothing.
sorry.
It's because you guys have heard this a million times. I just think that what I struggle with is that
Maverick's being Maverick.
so
Please
bad.
stop.
Like,
he just
did
wants
we
our
just bring him
attention.
home?
Maverick, come say hi to everyone. Come here.
Come here. Come here.
Come here, bud.
Come,
Mav.
Mav.
You want
hi to
attention?
everyone.
Come here.
Come on over.
Come
Come
on.
here.
Maverick, he's just staring at us.
Now he's like, oh,
Sorry, Maddie, continue.
What do you want?
Maverick, you're getting in the way of my rants.
Staring at me. Cute, though. Come here. I think he's an ear infection. He keeps.
No, I just think something that's been hard is just in your 20s. Like, I don't feel like I'm good at anything. And when I was in my teens, I felt like I got to a point where I was like actually really good at something, and that felt really good to me. And that's important to me, is being really good at something. And now in my 20s, I just feel so watered down. I just feel watered down.
That's really silly thing to say. You're not watered down.
Or like
you're just not 12 anymore.
Outstanding at anything. You know?
I know, but you're not. Like, but that's part of being an adult, is that you're not like,
you're not special anymore.
You're not special.
That's what sucks.
But you don't have to be special. You just have to.
But what if I want to?
You said you were gonna stop swearing.
Oh my God, sorry. I said I wasn't. I've only said one word.
We've been trying to get Maddie to swear less on this podcast because it's honestly unnecessary.
It's a disease.
We want to take explicit off the rating.
Yeah, we realized the other day that do we have to put it under the explicit category because you swear?
Yeah,
and
that's
then I
what
was
explicit
like,
is.
my goodness, that doesn't look great next to our names, you know?
Anyway.
Yeah, but I know, but the point, you get older and you have to, like, your self-worth has to come from within, not from external sources.
My self-worth comes from within,
She's
but it's
working
also
on it.
important to me to be good at, like, I want to be really good at stuff.
There's a therapist watching this, like, honey, you don't have to be good.
But I want to, because it matters to me. Like, I don't want to have a boring life.
Good boy.
I want to be like, look back on my life and be like, wow, I did that. That was so cool. That was so epic. That was so fun.
Yeah, but
you know, I don't want to just be like, home life, you know?
Okay. Well, we
differ that way. But like, that's one of the things I've struggled with in my 20s is that whether that's true or not.
Okay, Maddie's having a therapy session and Maverick's just like eating L space.
Okay. I think that's something that you need to find from within, though. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say that to our audience.
I do feel like I have worth from within, though. It's not a self-worth thing.
You like to be good at things. That's probably part of your personality. I think everyone likes to be good at things, but I just think that yourself, like, it's just fun to be good at things. I know, but it should be a want, not a need. We just had to change the camera because Maddie's phone ran out of space.
Yeah.
So this has been really chaotic.
Okay.
But Maverick's been eating leather, and it's been really fun.
Thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna bring it back to Dancing with the Stars for 1 second.
Yeah.
Is just that it's fun to see people like in their 20s trying new things and like, you know, I feel like even in Joey's season it was very much about people like stretching out of their comfort zone.
It is.
And Alona, you know.
I think every season is that for people.
That's really the premise of the show.
And
I noticed that a lot of time. I think if we want to reframe this into your 20s, the contestants who win aren't always the best dancers. It's the ones who have grown and improved the most.
Yeah.
And I think that's really it's a great analogy.
And that's the
20s.
true winner in life.
Yeah. I think that's really what your 20s are about, is like growing and improving. It's not about being the best.
Perfect.
Yeah.
At something. Or good
Comment
at something.
below.
It's about learning and growing.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be honest. I'm not sure.
Later.
I'm also going to be honest. I'm not sure when the camera's cut out. So I don't know how much you missed of Elle and Maddie beefing over the fact that Maddie wants to be perfect and win stuff.
Well, because I don't think it's healthy for her.
I don't think so either.
It's literally from that anyway.
And again,
we're sisters. We've grown up with each other, and I don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know what's good for her.
Sometimes the ones we love know what's best for us more than we do for ourselves. And sometimes they don't. But in this situation, I think, Ellen, I know Maverick is ripping more leather.
Okay.
We're going to wrap this up.
Anyway, we love Robert and Alex.
Yeah, we love Robert and Alex.
And I'm rooting for them.
Are you watching Dancing with the Stars right now?
Comment below if you're watching Dancing with the Stars, who you're rooting for.
Another fun thing about Alex Earl is that she, like, it took her, I think she posted for like 3 years before she even got famous. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I like to think back about that.
I like that story
because she
did something consistently before she
became like, before she got her where she is now.
Yeah.
And where she wanted to be.
And I know like we
she stuck with it.
Yeah. Or even like Riley going through her health scares, or Robert Irwin going through grief.
They pick people with stories, and it really
it's very compelling.
Like, it does help. Like even like, I mean, they don't, I know Riley's a pro, so they don't really like pick her. But for
Riley
that reason,
and Ezra too have
Riley, her health journey has really resonated with Maddie and us, and just like,
I think like your 20s, honestly, like are those years of like growing and transforming through the hard stuff. And I think the Dancing with the Stars contestants this season and the pros are very inspiring and relatable, and like we resonate with a lot of pieces.
And then
of
Robert,
their stories.
when he dedicated his
that dedication night to his mom because his mom raised them alone, and he was like, she's so special. I thought that was really sweet. Yeah, it was really sweet. And it's like, that just shows you, like, you know, he's someone in his 20s who lost a parent very young.
Yeah.
And I just think that's really beautiful. Dancing with the Stars does that.
No, it is. It is.
They always bring some very emotional stories.
Everyone really do.
I think I like literally cried.
Yeah.
I think I did during that dance. Yeah. Which like I did they really do a good job at sparking emotion. Not 20s related, but I think the woman from The Parent Trap is killing it.
Slay Elaine.
I love her.
Yes, Elaine is slaying.
She's aspirational for 20
She is.
Yeah,
she
for 20
is. She's
somethings
killing
when they
it.
get older.
Yeah, she's killing it.
She's slaying.
Yeah, comment down below if you think we reached with this episode. As in, like, you know, we tried to
talk about Dancing with the Stars.
Objection, relevance.
Yeah, also, we talked about Dancing with the Stars a little bit, and then we kind of went our own rampage. But it just kind of brings up all the old dance stuff because we did it for a long time.
It does. We danced for a long time,
and
it was like it was a very big part of our lives. I don't know if you guys want us to talk more about that at some point as well.
Let us know.
But we,
but I'm sure a lot of people can relate whether you did a sport or dance or gymnastics,
or
whatever it was.
And we took it very seriously.
Music,
like we thought we had a future in dance, and we took it very seriously. And so it was a really big part of our lives. So when we watch Dancing with the Stars, it brings up that part.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
It is
memories.
Crazy, you know? Yeah. But anyway,
now Maverick is trying to eat mom's.
No. Sam Fender.
Maverick is now trying to eat mom's birthday bouquet.
We gotta
we gotta
shut this down before he takes over the house.
Yeah, which he already has.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
And subscribe if you like this episode and you want to see more. We have new episodes every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for joining us.
Go
Toodles.
Robert and Alex.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars. This will be posted actually right before
the day
the episode.
Right?
Yeah. So let's go. I don't know who's gonna go home, but
Samba,
we'll see.
salsa, cha-cha. Samba,
girl,
salsa, cha-cha.
Girl, you almost had that
Samba,
first go.
salsa, cha-cha.
You almost had that first go. I'm actually impressed.
Samba,
salsa, cha-cha.
I really wish I knew how to ballroom dance. That's one thing that
You took a ballroom dance class and you brought COVID home, remember?
Yeah, so I can't go anymore.
In the family
Every
deathly
time
ill.
I got sick.
Except for me. I didn't get sick, and then I was like mothering the rest of the family. I cooked. I kind of want to take a dance class again. I don't know.
We should do it.
Something's in me right now.
She's got a little.
I got a little dance. There's something dancing.
Kickball change.
Yeah, I need to like whip something out, and then I won't need to dance again. I feel like for like 5 years.
Okay, let's wrap it up, guys.
But I don't dance.
I know you can.
Oh my God, we rewatched that after the World Series.
I hate to say it.
No, we rewatched the I Don't Dance music video from High School Musical after the World Series, and it was spectacular. And then I realized that they're saying "Hey, batter, batter,
swing."
When I was a kid, I thought they were saying "Hey, batter, 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 swing."
I got to just
that
do
intrigued Maverick's attention.
Because I am.
His ears went up at that. Hey, bada, bada, hey.
That's what happens to us when we watch Dancing with the Stars. The little, I do dance though.
I know.
You know, the little, I have danced. Maybe I want to.
Okay. Oh. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Toodles. Maybe I want to dance again. I don't know.
Bye.
Stay tuned.
Bye, guys. We just talked over each other for the last 5 minutes.
Bye.
Don't comment about it. Bye.